honesty of speaking with honesty. Your brother fell in battle. Well, mostly.
His wounds indicate torture.
Why do these keep uncoloring?
He blew up somebody's home. And his friend was captured by my point of bow. And then escaped later on. Right to Sir Albion's waiting arms, actually. Until he turned and ran, screaming at the top of his lungs from New Avalonis. Someone tracked him all the way down to the Witch Queen's temple? Yes. Deep in the old Jelha, where he cowered behind the old throne until a golden spear manifested from the sky and smited him down.
The other night I don't care about. Go on, Watchman.
If he was smote in such fashion, then in his heart he was already a traitor. Now will you permit us pass?
I am not stopping. Unless you need me to move, I do not mind moving.
I put a new lantern down.
I'll be the gentle.
Those other ones, when they're not dyed, they're just too bright. May I remind people that this is a neutral space. If any parties have issue with one another, perhaps they should move along.
If I'm fighting, I'm taking it off the archive.
I don't think anyone here is stopping them from leaving.
There is room.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
I'd not find
I'm bad at following stuff.
I'm fronts. If you please.
If you insist.
Oh, I'm not gonna support the show. Oh, I put you down once. I'll fucking do it again.
You'll drop before you get the chance.
Funny, that's what the other knights said too.
Oh, quit with the cog measuring contest and get on with it.
Come on, go.
I'll drop you.
People are posturing.
Mm-hmm.
I will reiterate it once more. Do not spill blood on these stones. They are pure. If you are going to continue your taunting on both sides, I suggest you leave. We are neutral. It would do best to remember that.
Aye, we are not about to be hosting any brawls.
Holiday and Miley moved, so I think you can just ignore Wander and move forward.
Sadly, this one has a history of stabbing people in the back. As such, I should like to make certain they do not have the opportunity.
If our guests would please step aside and allow them to pass with plenty of space. Please.
obliged.
Babysitting children?
Can't believe they're scared of me just standing here.
Not scared.
Acting
I would
like I'm
not.
afraid, yeah.
I would not mistake fear with mere caution based off past experience. It does no good to taunt in such ways.
I do find it funny, Mylian. They were so worried about being surrounded on 3 sides, and I'm sitting right here. Not that I'm looking for a fight on the Archives land.
Nor am I.
Okay, I will vouch for the knights there. It was not the knights being egotistical right there. It was these people. How I feel. It's hurting cats 24/7 in the archive. I gotta not get too IO-ish though with the.
I don't know what's the right word for holiday. Faith?
Indigo is not IO,
What's my hand?
but she's trying to uphold what the archive is supposed to be.
We openly talked about using the king before.
I am not surprised they lied to us.
I'm still confused.
I think Indigo would have stepped in, or not. I think Aya would have stepped in a lot sooner and been a lot louder and probably put herself between people, though. Indigo's more timid.
Just that the Watchmen would talk about using the king.
Oh, instead of being so loyal.
All that fancy fucking Cleric King talk was never there before.
No, I don't imagine it was.
And do you believe he's just using the God King? He wasn't actually converted?
Grabbed him.
There is a possibility, however, that given what the God King is and what he is capable of, that there could have been some sway given to the Watchman, perhaps? Some changing. It is awfully easy to become a religious zealot when your god is tangible. And it is far easier to get lost in it when your god has given you a position of power.
There is one shame to all of this, though. Holiday. We can't go to their bar and ask for a drink.
I wouldn't worry about it. It's understaffed, understocked, and kind of shit.
It feels harder than it sounds, though.
Well,
No, I've been inside New Avalon quite a lot.
as I've heard. At least nobody here will be let down by their quality of brew. Hello, Holiday. Wonder. Are you too well?
Well enough. Yeah. You?
Enough. And Wonder, do I owe you a thank you? If that gift was you, as I presume it was.
I mean, I wouldn't say, oh.
I would like to give one. I just wanted to confirm it was you.
And of course it was.
Thank you. Genuinely. Holiday, you and I should talk later. I do have a bit of a conversation to have with Miley on here.
Yeah, sure. Just let me know when.
Alright. Shall we?
Help, I'm being absconded.
Absconded?
You'll
I'm
be
scared.
safe.
Am I terrified?
Not really.
Good. I do not intend to be.
Yeah, well, I have to go to work tomorrow. I'll be up early.
And it may seem like
shall we head out?
risking this place.
I mean, tomorrow is gonna be rough. I worked in dog daycare.
All of you should know.
Sorry.
The Watchmen or Avalonians want to attack. They won't hesitate no matter what, even on neutral ground.
I believe so.
It'd be a bad day if they attack mine, I tell you that much.
Either way, it would be best if folks respect us and not taunt on our lands, please.
Yes, that provocation was...
Fair enough.
Hey, I felt like my question was perfectly fair and valid.
It's okay.
I don't remember what you asked.
I grew what I needed. You don't have to worry about
If
it.
we're going to actually send knights to deal with these incursions, or if we're going to be...
I RP'd that bones started rolling into my room and re-articulated themselves.
I don't think they will.
He wanted to come back.
Sending knights to the previous few incursions.
No, I mean, I expected them to say that they're going to, but not actually do it. But, you know, still nice to confirm that that's gonna be the response.
Oh, not just mine. I keep grabbing some more, though, so you can... whatever. I mean, you can also RP with her for them, but...
Well, it is what it is. I'm not too thrilled to have them here, to be honest.
Imagine how Holiday, myself, and Mylian felt when they walked in.
Yes, a strange
The cafe.
creature that happened.
Yeah, they went everywhere. It would seem.
I hope that was an okay lore dump. Oh, was that you, Goat? Playing the Watcher?
Watchman was here.
The Watchman? Oh yeah, it's fine.
Shame.
I'm too ignorant of things to... I'm still trying to get to that point where I can participate strongly.
Everything all right?
Can you make that one sit? I wish I could, but I think I have to go learn how to do it. I don't know. I wish I could make it sit, though. It's okay, I can just... Stark, I can replace them anytime they go down, because I can just... All I have to do is make some really cheap food and feed it to a greater wolf. So, you can play with it if you want to.
No, I don't think...
Because I bought this on the bazaar. See?
I guess.
Was hoping to commission him for help again.
And for what this time?
I also leveled this one slightly, so it's a little bit stronger.
A bladesmith.
Oh, interesting. You say that. Let me have a look, you know?
Leveling it specifically with a focus on vitality. But the pets just aren't very good for fighting things anyway, so, you know, it is what it is.
I'm guessing it was much of the same, just asking questions and big threats.
Oh, really, Stark?
The threats became not so vague towards the end there.
Yeah.
Though not from them.
It was a little of both sides, I would definitely say.
It was unwarranted.
Oh, does it, Stork?
It was a tempersmith, not a bladesmith. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
I would greatly appreciate that. Ellie does owe me still, technically.
Look what massive fangs it has. It's like saber-tooth.
The clothes, well, armor that I...
It was you. Very nice, alright.
Huh, Stark.
I'll be sure to let them know.
Is that one of the classes? Like I'm a...
You said the
I can't
threats
remember.
weren't vague anymore. Who was threatening who and what exactly?
Wander was standing partially in the way and wasn't keen on moving, and they were not keen on walking past Wander. And that just kind of escalated it from there.
I thought to speak up, but thankfully, Miss Indigo and Anyara had it well in hand.
So a very silly reason. I get it.
It's always the silly reasons that cause the big...
Wander wouldn't have stabbed him here now. That would have just created a massive conflict between people having to pick sides between protecting the archives or protecting him.
Either way,
put people in that.
But Wonder still did put people in that position, potentially, by the way they were acting. I did not need to make the... They did not need to speak the way they were. Or stand where they were.
I mean, I would definitely argue that you could probably use 2 pathways instead of having one.
My point still stands.
I mean...
It really doesn't matter. That's our business, isn't it?
Sure. Fine. Your business. I'll drop it.
Thank you. Gonna start telling us that our paths are insufficient. Bruh.
They seem to be after Rinnick for some reason.
Are they after Rinnick?
Well, they called him a monster.
I thought they already talked about Revan Skull or something like that. Revan Skull, not Rennick. They were speaking about Revan Skull because he went to their capital and started attacking their guards.
Yeah.
No. Wait, hold on. Revan Figs Master?
No.
But too many R names.
Revan Skull. He's like a large winged, black winged thing.
I've not met him, but I've heard about him, and no. As far as I know, he acted without anyone's wants or desires in mind and just started doing that. And as far as I'm aware, Cortalis very much said, "Nah, you can kill him. He's all yours. He's not mine anymore because he did not do something that was appropriate." And I mean, I'm certain they're after Rinnick as well. It's fucking New Avallonis and Cortalis. They're after anyone close to Cortalis.
Who's Cortalis?
The first king of Blessed Avallonis.
Oh, okay.
He wants to, help try to make things better.
Oh, that...
May I ask you all a question?
Yeah, sure.
I suppose it's a couple of questions, but well, the first question is if you remember them trying to seek out someone who supposedly burned someone's brother, something.
Yes.
Have you looked into that at all? Or found any information at all?
We did ask him a couple questions regarding that today. And I have a sneaking suspicion that it's Eldfirin, I think that's the name.
I think
rat?
Be close in that, yes. The description certainly fits.
Have you seen where the pyre is?
where he buried his brother? Or the location of the murder?
The location of the murder.
He mentioned it's near Devil's Swamp, where Eldfirin's old home was.
Before they blew it up, yeah.
So everything points towards him for now.
Interesting. That does not make sense to me. I have scouted around.
He also mentioned that his brother was killed in combat. He had a patrol with him, and apparently they were in a battle, and his brother died there.
I mean,
okay.
What happened, I believe. Knights attacked Alfirin's home, and travelers defended.
Something is not aligning here. Originally, when the knight showed up asking, well, not asking, sorry, struggling with common today. When the knight showed up asking questions and doing that little inspection, before he left, there was mention of something about someone, what is the phrase? Making an example of someone else. Like it was a display. That this person was killed in a way that would display them. So that's what I've been looking for. And I found something. But they're claiming that it was near Eldfirin's old home, which is not what I found. So which story is the truth and what is happening? Because now I'm deeply confused.
Well, what did you find?
Very close to New Avalonis, and I mean very close. I was scouting. I found remains of a pyre where someone had been burned, and a note attached to a tree trunk. None of you have seen this.
I'm sure that's nothing. What?
So you have seen what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I have.
Did you see everything
Just know that
was there?
It's unrelated. That's a complete separate thing.
Alright, so you do know something about it. You should just not open your mouth at all, Afia.
I believe that is actually something related to the Revan skull mess.
Oh my goodness.
Best guess.
Look what he's made himself.
That is one I would leave alone.
Indigo doesn't know, Stork. Indigo doesn't know.
I don't like unanswered questions. So respectfully, no. Is this Revan skull well read, scholarly, read, anything like that?
I don't know.
I thought he was already smoted by the king, but apparently we're still looking for him, so...
I don't think I was there. Not for anything with a pier. A pyre.
So.
No. I did not. I was not there.
Everything that I have heard about this Revan is that he is a brute. He just wants violence does not care about others. Does not match what I found.
Stork, if we're talking about what happened up here, up there, yes. But I thought they were talking about something next to Avalonis.
Learning it was Skull, and then just kind of going, yeah, let's politely try to return the body as much as we can and not touch it any further. And that would be my best guess.
That makes no sense. Why would you go through the trouble of setting up a spire and burning someone alive or dead or whatever, and leaving all of that just there, right next to New Avalonis?
Because a pyre
there were still remains and blood.
Pyre is sometimes.
I know, but Stork, all I know about is what was up on the roof. I don't know anything about what was over in front of the gates of Avalonis.
Strike alien.
If they're the same thing somehow, Indigo is completely ignorant to that.
If you're going to lie to me, I will leave.
I'm not trying to lie.
Lying.
I can tell the change in your voice, lack of eye contact, looking away. You know something.
All right, fine. Do you remember the time when we found the body?
Yes, I remember that part, Stork, but I still don't get the connection. Unless they went and did a second pyre?
Taking, right?
Because Indigo distanced herself from that.
The person who killed that night was, did it in self-defense, we believe. Which is why we took the initiative to take the body and give it back to the Avalonians. The keeper told us to keep it quiet.
So you gave
Is
it
that
back
pure?
burned.
Well, yes, it was quite hard to put all the body parts together, so we just thought it would be the course of action.
Yeah, Indigo doesn't know that because as far as Indigo knows, it was done up on the roof.
It may have been self-defense, or both sides antagonized it, and a scuffle happened, as is going to be expected with some in the lands with New Avalonians, and well, in a situation like that, it doesn't matter who wins, both sides still lose.
I'm going to guess then that this was what was being referred to by someone being made an example of. That's what they interpreted it as, not as you returning the body in good faith.
I still don't remember him saying something along those lines, if I'm being honest.
Well, I do, because it stuck out.
I mean, there's been a few that he could be referring to. I don't know. I thought Ferris's brother was one of the ones Ravenskull killed. Now it seems like it's whatever the fuck that scuffle was. Which, as far as I know, and this is going off of what Albion has said, and I believe you were there when he said it, and what the knight said. The knight that I tracked down and questioned before he escaped me. Albion said they were not under orders. The knight said he was under orders. That those were his orders to do exactly that, under threat of violence if he did not. And the one question I've gotten to pose to the God King himself, he chose not to answer. And that question was, are his knights acting on their own accord, or is this all according to his grand master plan that he kept going on about?
Well, that knight was a queen's guard.
I don't know. But his lack of answer could either mean he just disregarded me, which is entirely possible, or answering it gives away the game that he's playing, because he's playing some sort of game.
I still question what is going on with the queen. Why her knights are not behaving in the same way as his, and why that doesn't seem to be a problem that he chooses to correct. We literally watched him strike down that knight when he fled all the way to the jungle, the palace of the Witch Queen. From nowhere, he was killed. The God King has the power to do so. So why are these knights being allowed to mess up and corrected after the fact? Nothing makes any damn sense.
As I said before, he seems to have some sort of plan and intends for all of us, travelers, to have to make a certain choice that he won't tell us what that choice is or when that choice is happening. We just get to figure it out. I don't know what he's playing at, and I don't know anyone who is going to get that before it's time to get it, but I wish you all luck in that. That's not an effort that I think I would be best suited for. On the positive, Fig, New Avalonis is letting travelers in again. So I'm certain you and Riven can make use of that to try to maybe find answers to your questions.
Perhaps I'll go have a visit.
The bar's closed to us, though. But from what I hear, their bar is understaffed and understocked, so...
I see.
Well, yeah.
And for the record, Fig, I haven't lied to you.
I did not mean you, Bidu. I was speaking to Elian.
I didn't lie either.
The lie of omission is still, in many's eyes, a lie.
In the future, if you cannot, or have been told not to say something to me, simply tell me so. There's no need to lie or play dumb. I do not like this.
All right.
Just tell me sorry, I cannot tell you. And I will leave it be.
Understood.
I understand I am not actually a part of the archive, and it will continue to remain so, as I am bound to someone else. However, I would like to think that my aid has been useful.
We should have known. We should, yeah, I just, like I said, I've been out of the loop. You know?
That is good to know.
Oh, you're right, we should have asked that, but...
You said you believe it to have been done in self-defense.
Yeah, the first one. That hold on. Hear me? Hello?
Apologies, can you repeat that?
Can you hear me?
Aye, we can hear you.
The wind isn't in your voice.
Are you speaking about the one we found at the,
Yes.
Yeah, that was one for it's self-defense.
Any information potentially about who was responsible?
We believe it was 4 people, but we're not sure who. So we just left it at that. As soon as we found out that it was self-defense.
I see. I had meant to ask you about the results of that, but honestly, everything going on, simply forgot.
Oh, that's understandable.
I don't like it when things don't make sense. And this really doesn't make sense.
No, none of it makes any sense.
Elliot tried saying the Queen's name and I was caught up along laughing.
And frustrating.
Oh. So apparently he knows, so then he didn't think to ask.
Also, is that a skeleton creature?
Yeah, that's Brittle.
Aye. He's friendly, he won't hurt anyone who's not attacking me.
You've grown, Indigo.
I did not ask for this. Wolf Pup got into my alchemy supplies and changed. Perhaps I brought back something from my travels that I wasn't aware of the power of.
And yet you stand here with that following you, guarding you.
Well, it likes me. And to be honest, it was taken out and dismantled by a dragon, and the bones came wandering back and re-articulated themselves, so I don't think I can get rid of it.
Still, you have grown since we first met.
You have grown, yeah.
Was it a dog?
It was a wolf. A huge white one.
Do bone dogs, well, bone wolves, like pets?
He does. Although you're just scratching bones. Oily bones. I've oiled them to try and keep it from drying out.
Probably not too
I
different
see.
than scritching something that has scales.
Does he eat?
What do you mean? It does eat. I'm not sure what. I see it take bites out of what it seems to prefer.
Interesting. My apologies. I am not trying to make you uncomfortable. Just curious.
It's fine. It eats people. It likes eating people.
Indigo or Elian, when you do see Telecor, ask him to make a trip to visit on Bidu. I'd like to talk to him about something.
Sounds good.
Very well, we can let him know.
Thank you.
See you go.
And, Shami, how are you doing?
Well enough, I suppose.
No, late night visits from a certain large clicking individual?
No. It has been keeping a respectful distance, I suppose. Though we are close neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a close neighbor for both of us.
Indeed.
He's been quiet the past few nights, so... But I'm glad that he's staying respectful of your territory.
Tommy, you have a very interesting statue at your home.
Oh.
The one up top.
Mm-hmm.
Was curious about that. If it had significance, or if maybe you just thought it was pretty.
It has significance. That is my shrine.
Is it for religious purposes?
In a sense, yes.
Sorry if that's too forward. Again, just curious.
It is simply a extensive subject to discuss. Though I believe I will also be taking my leave soon. Yeah.
Puffball mushrooms. Guess I need to find those.
Would you be open to talking about it sometime?
Certainly.
I think I'll take my for now.
Very
Stay
well.
safe.
You as well, we do.
No, you.
No promises.
Safe travel.
Smart travels. That I feel like is not an unreasonable request.
Yes. Also, what is happening with this man?
I try to think about it too much some days.
Oh, really? Wait, what's that? Oh. The underkeeper is just... He's like that. Does anyone know where to acquire puffball mushrooms?
Puffball mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Might you enlighten me as to that variety?
I mean, sorry?
What is that? What is their, specific purpose?
I think they serve as making the gas for, like, gas orbs and, like...
I see.
Aren't they usually found in the jungle?
I'm not sure. I found Amanita quite frequently, but I've no place to get puffball mushrooms.
Sorry, I was trying to think. Please go ahead, Shami.
Well, there are quite a few mushrooms that grow in the jungle, especially the north, though maybe also in the south. Big.
Not sure about the south, but I want to say there are some close to Bidu, but definitely in the jungle somewhere. Also, the arena. the green islands that kind of go horizontal across the area north of the arena. And around there as well.
Puffballs grow there?
Sorry. I believe so. I don't have a specific location for you, but I want to say I've seen them around in that area as well.
Alright. Well, I think I will go take a look. Thank you.
If you can't find any, I have some that I could share with you if need be.
Thank you. I do want to find where they grow, though, so I can supply myself as an alchemist and all. Thank you.
Next time I see a good spot, I will take better note of it for you, if you want.
Sure. Thank you.
Indigo.
Aye?
Sorry, just... You handled yourself well during that potential confrontation.
I just didn't want people spilling blood all over here. We don't need that. There's so much going on. I'm still
You're right.
Quite cross with... I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the person who was just here, but a wee bit cross with... Is that who the green kobold was?
Oh. No, that was, Biju.
I'm a wee bit cross with him, but as long as they don't keep it up, it's gonna be fine. No, I'm cross with Wonder too, but these are people I don't really know, so...
Of course. You did well to speak up. I know that you might have just, thought you was doing what was right since you live here, but... That is all.
Thank you. I don't know, and Indigo doesn't know how to react to that. People feel like she needs to be praised for not being timid and stuff, I guess.